Hello, this is Alistair for this Vlogger Games for the Mini Metro Software Day Challenge for the 20th of August 2017. The final pre-recorded day, yes. Right now I'll be sitting on Sunday doing something. Yes. I've recorded these on vlogs, I think I've gone dead, I don't know. And we've got Auckland today. And obviously it's not, there's no extreme menu. Back to Kyoto. And there's now a Game Duel Simulator on Steam. Yes, apparently yes, this is a real thing. It was bound to happen, but the knowledge is that this monumental day has been reached. And in my lifetime, it fills me really, yes, a game about the Valve founder, Gabe Newell, has made it onto Steam. Fucking hell, this looks interesting, I will say this. Game Newell Simulator is currently on sale for £1.99 and features Gabe running around a generic space station shooting aliens with heavy weaponry. Is this how he spent his days? It would really explain why Half-Life 3 has never happened. Well, I think the Illuminati explains why Half-Life 3 never happened. Well, the trailer, let's watch the trailer now.
Gaben, G-A-B-E-N, at valvesoftware.com. Gaben. Hi. Left 4 Dead. Fortress 2. Left 4 Fortress 2. Half-Life Gaben. Gaben 1, 2, 3. What's not to like? Bill Gates. Nope. Episode Team Half-Life Left 4 Dead. Fortress 2. Thanks for listening, and have fun.
Okay, looks like one of these sort of meme simulator type dealios. But if it ever gets offered for like free downloads, so I'll have a look into it. Excuse me, I'm quite tired. Anyway, after watching the trailer, it doesn't look like Gabe's new simulator will blow anyone away, nor will it likely provide any truly insightful, funny commentary on the Valve figureheads left. He does have a pretty sweet Bodabonk, though. Check it out in that image up top. Not going to lie, I can't like what I want to have a proper look up. No. Oh, it's a smut. It's all just smut nowadays. This looks like this one of these meme simulator type things with asset flips all the way to all up the gazoo. Yeah, interesting though. Well, that's the article from yesterday's video. This has definitely not been pre-recorded. Anyway, this is something you'll definitely recognise from yesterday's video where I mentioned that someone was sexually harassed on stream. I just wanted to know what was the backstory behind it. It's coming from Kyoto. Someone live streamed themselves sexually harassing me. That's what the title is. Live streaming has opened up a whole world of creativity, unique personalities, and most of all 24/7 video games, meaning that we can now plug ourselves get into games at any time, even if we can't play them ourselves. This is a romance version, and I really give humans nice things and watch them do horrible stuff with it. Recently, Twitch introduced the IRL category. This is from like 2015 or something. This is from like 11th of August. It's really that recent. Plus, I thought it was a lot older than that. I thought it was like 2015 or something. My gosh, I stand corrected. Alright, which collects in real life streams. People film themselves playing board games or making something or whatever else. I thought making something was creative. I thought making something like a painting or something was creative, not IRL. Or did the most creative with IRL? I'm confused. Or whatever else. A new strain of streaming culture has emerged around this, insoliate targeting and harassing women in front of their live audience. Just women. Like, I don't want to sound a bit of a dick, which I probably am sounding like a bit of a dick, but surely there's going to be at least one man getting harassed. Anyone? No? Okay. Last week, following a full-on day at work and torturous journey home through central London, I was frazzled and stressed, so decided to skip my regular breath off while stream. Instead, I set up an incredibly shoddy stream in my kitchen, featuring me trying to complete a 1,000-piece cat puzzle with metal music in the background. It was dumb, but it was also awesome, and my regular crowd seemed to enjoy the change in pace of relaxing Arrow category and leaving the barbecue bins for the day. Hang on, let me just set this. That's what that. Although I've streamed a lot, this was the first time I had ever streamed in the IRL category. Though there might be new viewers and oddballs popping by, but what happened next left me shocked. My channel was raided by a self-proclaimed troll militia with the purpose of bullying my stream, all of which being live streamed on Twitch channel, while with accompanying commentary. Here's how it went down. As I was puzzling away, a new person popped up in my chat asking me to give a shout out to the hashtag JazzBoys. I like to say hello to all the new viewers and ask how they are anyway, so you asked me, it's so nice, he said hi to the JazzBoys and thought nothing of it. Hang on. Here we go. We'll put it in parallel with the green line. Within seconds, more people descended onto the chat shouting about the hashtag JazzBoys and boasting that they were live streaming my stream on their own channels in the pursuit of spreading their love to lower tier IRL streamers. I was like 3 paces away from finishing a cat I had been working on for an hour, and I had a hard day, so I figured the best thing to do was to shrug it off and for the moment and finish the puzzle. Here's the thing, I knew at once I was being raided by a troll group because I've had previous experience with this behaviour, and has probably any woman who's streamed, and a lot of men too, don't forget that. I know when I say I'm meant to, I'm pretty much a massive bellend. Right, I will say that. Alright? But I'm tired. I'm a bit mardy. Right? And yes, I know the main target for the sexual harassment is probably women. I understand that. But don't forget, men can get harassed too, alright? I want to make that clear. Anyway, where were we? But knowing that the camera was pointing at my face and being broadcast to numerous channels I couldn't watch, engage or prepare for, I knew I had to be incredibly careful with every single movement to ensure they didn't win. They didn't get the reaction they were looking for. It was paralysing. Because man, this does sound like pretty horrible, like, to be honest with you. The hashtag JazzBoys, these modern heirs of Oscar Wilde, began their campaign by tapping about general appearance and asking why the heck I was solving a puzzle on Twitch. There we go. Alright, fairly swiftly, this descended into someone asking me to shove the pieces of the puzzle up my ass. That is sexual harassment. I would say sexual harassment when people point to private body parts. It constitutes something, yeah. Definitely towards it. Yeah, I would say that would be sexual harassment, yeah. Because taking bits up your own arse is, if someone has to do that, would be sexual harassment, yeah. My brain is just dying right now. I don't even know what sexual harassment is anymore. As a child I am. Then they started asking me, like, why I felt that it was appropriate to be a slut on Twitch to get viewers and donations. What? Why did they come to that conclusion? I have an incredibly small viewership compared to the majority of people on Twitch, which the hashtag JamsBoys had literally doubled just in the last 5 minutes. And because of this, I like to remind my real viewers that they should never feel pressured to donate. And like me, he goes, let's donate, little shit. I'm only joking. You're not a little shit, but you must donate. I'm only joking. I don't know why I'm doing this. My brain is just dying. Oh, for fuck's sake. Do we really need to type up? Do we really need to type up the other things they've called me? Every woman in this industry has seen it all before. Every opportunity they saw to take sexual harass, insult, or belittle me and my small community of regular views they took. I tried to shoot everything back with a smirk and some sarcasm, which helped control my anger and confusion. It was exhausting, but I knew that a confident and cool persona is something these idiots can't handle. I would say well done to you that you managed to keep a calm head. So well done, and this generally sounds like an awful thing. Like, no one should be the victim of sexual harassment, no matter what. Anyways, sure enough, the harassment went on for about 30 to 45 minutes before one of them typed, "This chick is boring, let's find someone else." Bloody hell. And if that doesn't tell you all about these, if that one sentence doesn't tell you all about these people, nothing will. And they were gone. We had a few more of their members appear throughout the rest of the stream, but all were caught pretty quickly to what they were trying to do. Yeah, so they're checking up to see if they can sort of reapply pressure. Bloody hell. These guys are fucking persistent. Jesus Christ. It wasn't until after my stream had finished and they took the time to thank my Discord group for supporting me throughout the whole deal that I went to find the channel the ringleader of the JamsBoys had apparently been broadcasting me on. Not only had they streamed my broadcast without permission, but I wanted to see what exactly it was saying about me. Oh, so they're not hosting, they're just broadcasting, right? Got yeah. Yeah, that would probably fall in the copyright laws, yeah. Just thinking about it, that's probably, depending on how the commentary goes, it may or may not fall under fair use. We'll look into that. Someone should have a look into that. Alright. Most of it was mindless banter and crappy suggestions about what they should say to make me angry or ashamed. I was genuinely shocked that to see I got a few laughs from the host, and even some complaints that seemed non-sexually revolting, because it was a reminder of just how mundane these people who can act so terribly are in every other respect. The real shock came at the end. Once they grew bored of trying to embarrass me for entertainment, they went back to the IRL category and found their next target. I watched the next portion of the stream and was stunned in the most awful way. As you may have gathered, I can handle myself pretty well in these situations because I've done streams at YouTube Live and pre-recorded TV and generally try to be a forward-facing personality. This was far from my first time facing attempted sexual harassment and bullying in the games industry. I don't say this with any particular pride because the world should be better than this. I have developed a tough skin. For the next target, the JamsBoys had chosen to bully a disabled streamer. They did it with such fury that I was shocked to the core. The streamer, who I have left anonymous for obvious reasons, was visibly and audibly distressed to the random assault on her channel. The death threats, vulgar suggestions, and downright repulsive things being thrown into her calm, friendly community were seen plain as day across her face, and she didn't know what to do. Not respond to it is the ideal situation, from my understanding. No. I feel that I can look after myself, but being exposed to the public humiliation of women on the internet in front of a live audience, well, I was speechless. The AOL category of Twitch was being used like its own game by this militia, and it seemed. I mean, as a means to attack and discriminate against women simply existing in the same space as them. It is unforgivable. It is ghastly. It is 2017 as something Twitch should absolutely be ashamed to enable. She's got a massive tweet. Yeah, I can't do what to read that. Doodad. In this situation, the ringleader who was broadcasting was banned overnight. Even though I hadn't hit the report button myself, luckily I was able to watch back his footage before it was removed. But reporting and taking down one channel is not going to stop this behaviour. I'm almost glad this happened in a way, because now I'm aware of this culture. Seeing women hunted like sport because they have an interest in video games and the culture around them is not something that's spawned on Twitch, but a long-time industry curse that reflects wider social problems. Nevertheless, the practical question is simple: how can we stop this? Sure, Twitch banned the bully, but he'll be back with a different channel. Wouldn't be surprised if he was attacking some other innocent streamer as you read this. I appreciate Twitch can't police every single stream happening simultaneously. You can't be expected to be in the right place at the right time to stop every instance of harassment. But then this company's business is being in the moment. They sell to advertisers on live streaming strengths, of which there are many, and the audience is in a clear passion. But what comes to the bad stuff, Twitch wants to automate this process as much as possible. Show me the algorithm that can look at the kind of behaviour and within seconds of decent accuracy IP ban the ringleader and all of their followers. Because if you haven't got that, then as so often with our high technologies, you need human moderators to be on call and available to review this stuff, and as it is happening. A ban hours after the event is, in Twitch's case, no solution for all what's going on. May also be an idea to stop channels from broadcasting other channels, which is against Twitch's terms of service anyway. Whether you're commenting or bullying streaming someone else's hard work, this is bullshit that shouldn't exist. All that is not nice. This is an incredibly tough situation. Let's see, adjust my position on my seat. We'll continue reading in a second. While we wait for Twitch to act, all decent-minded people can do is support women. I can guarantee that if you know a woman that has talked out loud about games, streamed them, wrote about them for a living, created content around them, played them as a hobby, then you know there's someone that's probably been subject to sexual harassment and bullying. I will agree that when it comes to harassment and stuff, just harassment in general in the games industry, that women are the primary target. I would agree that the majority of cases in the gaming industry are women. I would definitely agree with that, because video games have always been seen as this boys' thing. But obviously that's changing now for the better. It's considered as gender, because I consider games as a gender neutral thing. You know? I just don't have a gender bias towards it. Like I do with colours like pink, for example. Pink is like one of my favourite colours. Well, I'm not really a fan of blue. It gets my drift. Anyway, the hate women get online for being involved in games is vile. And anyone you know may be drowning in an ocean of abuse or dwelling on one time sometimes, and something so offensive about their things that they can't forget it. We cannot allow scum like the Jazz Boys to decide the way women interact with video games or sites like Twitch. Support women as they join the industry that welcomes them with open arms, but does nothing to shield them from what is through the door. Defending women when they share something they've created and the haters, the focus back to their gender. Protect and help men when they cower away from things that they love most, because some fucked in the head boys think it's fine to live stream sexual harassment for laughs. Support women in this industry and kick against the pricks. I'm not the first victim of these attacks, and I won't be the last. Be damn sure I won't be silent about it. It's very well for Twitch to talk about behaviour it won't tolerate, but the simple problem is that those words are meaningless when your product is enabling it. Get out on the right side of history, shut these wankers down. Oh, as an update, his channel is now being reinstated with my buddy broadcast sitting proudly on its profile page. I've contacted Twitch support for advice, but this message has been left unanswered for a week now. Oh, this seems like a really no bad situation. Like, sex harassment's a terrible thing, and gaming industry is probably one of the most. It's definitely the most notorious out there. It is definitely one of the most notorious VAR sort of communities out there. And it does need to be stopped. I will definitely agree with that. 100%. And yeah. Fucking hell. This is just horrifying. I'm just gonna end the video there. Goodbye.